this event with about 7 holes to go was 5 wide, 5 tied for the lead. It was going to be chaos. It was probably going to end in a playoff. It did really neither of those things. And we got a runaway winner. That winner, Hideki Matsuyama. And KP, I'm going to swing this the other direction, and we're going to start here with you. Because from that moment, especially when Hideki made the turn, he took over. Birdies on 10, 11, and 12. He threw darts, literal darts to inches on both 15 and 16. He added another on 17 for good measure. When you add it all up, it is a 62. It's one of the best rounds we've ever seen at Riviera. And just, we could dissect this so many ways. It was some of the best Matsuyama stuff we've ever seen.
Yeah, at first I felt like Jim Nantz brought up, what was it, Bridgestone or Firestone in 2017? Was that when he won it there?
Yeah.
17.
I was actually, and Shane Bacon brought up the 2021 third round of the 2021 Masters. I was actually thinking 2017 U.S. Open at Erin Hills. Remember when he shot, what did he shoot on Sunday? 60 something nasty on Sunday to kind of backdoor. He got within 4 of Koepka. And that's, I felt like that's a little bit how it was going to go. Like he was going to get within 2 or 3 of a Zalatoris or I don't know, somebody else who was up there. And he just never backed off. I mean, he gained 8.5 strokes to the field, which we were talking about this on HQ, Rick. That's you're kind of getting into round of the year type territory there. That's not it. The round of the year will eventually, like when we're talking on December 31st, it'll be 10 strokes gained, 10.5, 9.5, something like that. But 8.5 in this situation at Riv with like the best players in the world trying to win a golf tournament, that feels like a round of the year type round. And it was awesome. And then of course he said I left a few out there, which was just the chef's kiss at the end of it all.
Sick stuff. So I've got 910 rounds of Hideki in my database. His best round ever, he gained 9.6 at the 2017 PGA round 2. He gained round 3 of the players in 2016. He gained 8.59. This one slots in there after that. And then the Bridgestone round in 2017 was 8.4. That Masters round 3 was 7.4. But yeah, this is some high end stuff. And Greg, it's his 9th PGA Tour victory. And the way that he does this, he has this ability to hit one shot and kill you, which is like, he did it on 15. That could have been enough. He did it again on 16. He did it in the playoff at Sony. Like he's just capable of killing you with one swing.
Well, see, this is the fascinating thing about Hideki. Because this round today, he doesn't have it's easy to look at 15 and 16 and say, oh, Hideki caught fire with his irons today. But he didn't necessarily do that. I mean, the birdies at 1 and 2 come from short game, right? He chips in on 2, up and down at 1. 3 makes a long putt. 10 is an up and down. 11 is an up and down for birdie. And he makes a 50-footer at 12. So those first 6 birdies are really all coming from short game. But now he gets himself into contention. And when the moment arises, he goes to his, old faithful, reliable iron shot, which may have been a miss hit. I mean, I'm not sure if he understands what a good swing feels like, because he hit both of those inside of a foot, and it was kind of one-handed finishes on both of them. So it was the ability to step up in the moment and take the tournament once the chance was given to him. And I think that's the thing that we want so badly for Xander and a Cantlay to do, like go and take it. And that's exactly what Hideki did today.
I mean, Rick's being a little hyperbolic there, but he also gained 2 strokes on those 2 shots, which at the end of a tournament, 2 strokes is like a ton.
Well, he wins. a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big difference also as not everyone else is floundering, Patrick. Luke List, he darts out early and starts to come back to the field. We already talked about Cantlay and Xander never really getting the momentum going. Will Zalatoris is hanging on by a thread. And while all that's happening, Hideki's just sprinting away. I mean, it was just so different where, I'm not sure he missed a shot. I don't care what he has to say. I'm not sure he got all day.
No. And I mean, to Kyle's earlier point, he kind of just sometimes does this. You look at those scores, 61 at Firestone, the back 930 out of the rain delay in the third round, 62 today. At the Sony Open, when he buried Russell Henley in that playoff with the 3-wood, that was a 63-63 weekend. And you could even go back to his last top 5 finish on tour. He kind of raced to the finish line at the Players' Championship last year as well.
How about first round of the Players in 2020?
Oh, exactly.
The one that got away.
The 2020 Players' Championship winner. I forgot about that one. So, I mean, you win at courses like TPC, Riv, Muirfield Village, Firestone, Augusta National, based on just like pure heaters, gasoline fueled. And I think my question for the group is his best golf as good as it gets on the PGA Tour? I think a lot of people always say when Rory's on, Rory is his best golf is the best, but I think I'd throw Hideki in that conversation too.
What's the window of time? Are you talking about for a day, a week, a month, a year?
A day, like a heater,
like at 18 holes.
Yeah.
Like if this are mini tour events, right? 18-hole sprint, we're Monday qualified.
Yeah. Who do you trust in the Monday queue? Full on.
I think I'd throw one sort of like obvious favorite. I'd throw JT in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like just blackout, like I don't know what's happening type stuff. And then one sort of underrated guy that I think about a lot that is not obvious is Webb Simpson. Like he gets hot, like just insane. And it doesn't like he can't sustain it like a JT or a Rory can for an entire tournament. But he had, I mean, remember when he came back from COVID, or when the tour came back from COVID, and he won? What did he win? Harbour Town.
Yeah.
He had a couple of rounds that I was like, oh my gosh, this is nuts.
The guys who are capable of throwing darts and putting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can gain 3 with the putter in the same day that you gain like 2.5 on approach. Those are like Cam Young has done it, right? John Rahm, obviously. Justin Thomas is a good one too, but like that ability to just go absolutely like, I'm not going to miss a putt all day and I'm going to give myself 18 looks at it.
Josh says Morikawa in the chat. He can get blazing hot with the putter upon occasion.
It feels like his is more like I just hit it to
12
feet like for 11 months in a row. Right?
Yeah. I mean, he's done it for 3 years.
I feel like Hideki hits it to like 4 inches, like 18 holes in a row.
And then he does it again 18 months later.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Seriously.
Zooming out a little bit here, guys. So I mentioned it, nine wins on the PGA Tour. Patrick, you were kind of rattling off the places. Yeah, I think you gave him Sawgrass. I'll give him Scottsdale twice. I'll give him Augusta National. I'll give him Muirfield Village, and obviously Riviera, amongst others. This is Hall of Fame.
Ooh, it's really impressive, and you don't even add in the Historic Hero World Challenge. Also, 8 wins on the Japan Tour, I believe. So worldwide, that's what, 18 victories.
Mm-hmm.
He's still 31.
He's not eligible for the Hall of Fame yet.
You got to get one more, right?
Got to get 20 wins, or I mean, if they would just give him the 2020 Players, he would be eligible. But another major or a Players, or 2 more professional wins would make him eligible.
Okay, so I think
is it 20?
When you talk about
20 professional wins, or 2 majors, and they include the Players in that.
But he already has 18 because of the Japanese ones.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, got it.
But I think when you think about Hideki, and Greg and I were kind of talking about back injuries last night with the names at the top and Tiger Woods, it's hard not to talk about health. I mean, he looks good right now for all we know, but I know he's speed training a lot, trying to add some distance to that driver. For all we know, in a couple weeks, it sucks to say, or a couple months, I mean, he could have tweaked his back for all we know. So if he stays healthy, maybe. But he'll do this in a couple years again, for sure.
He had this great quote. I think it was last year, Patrick, where he said, "Today I feel great. Tomorrow, who knows?"
Like, yeah. He kind of alluded to that in his interview with Amanda today too. The same thing.
I was gonna say something about Hideki. What did I have here in my notes?
He's only 31.
Yep.
It's crazy.
He dropped off last year. Right. I think it went under the radar a little bit, maybe injury related. I don't know. But he was a pretty consistent, like 1.4 to 2 strokes gain guy. And he dropped under 1 last year, which is like still a very good golfer, but it's not Hideki level. And so I think this is a real moment for him of like, oh no, I'm still like one of the guys. I'm still like one of the top guys, you know, and we talked about this on HQ, Rick, but to do it, I mean, it's one thing to be like Cam Smith and you do it for 2 years or 18 months. To do it for 10 years and to win, you know, he's won some real tournament, like Memorial and Riv and like big time stuff. And to do it for that long at that level, I think that's extraordinary. I think a lot of guys can get hot for 18 months, not a lot, but some. I don't think there's a ton of guys out there that find the center of the club face for 10 straight years.
These are just PGA Tour wins. 1 in 2014, 2 in 2016, 2 in 17, 2 in 21, 1 in 22, and now 1 in 2024 for Hideki Matsuyama.